Yeah, it says.
Good morning, guys. Welcome in. Hey, so many good folk up in the chat already.
A little bit of lag on my part already, but that's okay.
It's gonna be a little bit of lag, but we got Denisha. Good morning. Judy, Crochet Every Day with Judy. We got Judy McKinstry as well. Good morning. Deborah Murray. Hi, good to see you, Deb. Good to see you guys. Hey, Sherelle, Nana's Hands. Good to see you this morning. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully the sound is okay for you guys. I hear a little bit of an echo. Hopefully you don't, but if you do, hopefully it'll go away.
Good morning. Hi, Deb and Judy and Nana Hands. Oh, yeah. What do we got? We got, see, mine is lagging. That's all right.
Mine just said 5 now, finally. It's lagging too.
Yeah, mine says 5. Oh, the notification just came up that says we're live. So.
Okay. Oops, sorry.
So, we were on video chat at 2 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
And I no sooner clicked off because my power on my phone was dead, and Kim had mentioned there was an earthquake. The world is shaking, she said.
Yes. We and it's funny because you can look up the earthquake. We felt it. So my son had unfortunately taken a 4-hour nap early in the day, so he was actually awake. It was, I think, just after midnight when it happened, and he was like excited because he always sleeps through them. We don't, but he does, and he was very excited that he finally felt one. But I thought it was him. I was like, because we were both sitting on the couch, and I'm like, "Are you shaking the couch?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because the lamp was shaking, and then I was like, "I think it was an earthquake." He said, "I think it was," and he got so excited. But the epicenter was far enough away from us that's all we felt. It was a pretty strong shake. But yeah, it was definitely nothing even fell off the walls or anything. So it wasn't that bad. I was far enough away, but I felt it. We definitely felt it.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you're safe. We have 11 now. You want to start out with the introduction?
I want to first say good morning to a couple people. Linda Jean is in the house. Teresa Patton, welcome. We haven't seen you in a while here. I'm glad you're here. I hope you are well. Thanks for coming in. All right. Linda, I think Linda's Yarn Barn is also here. We got the Lindas in the house. So we want to say welcome to all of you for coming in this morning. My name is Kim, and I want to say hi from the West Coast.
And I'm Christy from the East Coast. Grab a cup and join us.
Please have your project, you guys. We're going to start putting that link up so that if you want to come on the show for any of our segments or any time, even if we pass the segment, you guys can come on in anyway and show what you're working on, show something you finished, show some other non-yarny craft you're doing. But we just, as usual, want this place to be your place for chill, chat, and craft. We definitely want this to be a respite for all that is going on in the world. And so this will be all about our crafting, all about our yarny friendships, and just all about the things we do that bring us joy. So thanks for coming in.
Yep, and this time it's episode 9. Can you imagine? 9?
Wow.
You gotta number them, girl. You got behind. October 10th will be our next one. So just in case, I'll say it again sometime later on. But we do have episodes, and our episodes run fairly in order every episode. So it starts out with hooks in progress, favorite stitches, hooks handmade classics, and then we have the middle, which at that time it's usually an hour in, and we'll talk about our make along. This make along is a stitch in time. We'll talk about that. Then we go on to the second half of the show, which is, oh, that little stitches shenanigans that girl does over there on the Crafty Nomad. And then finishing stitches, and then hooks happenings, things that are happening in the community that I like to let you know about.
Yeah, it was always a lot happening, and we are in our time of year, right? It is the fall and winter for us in North America. We're going into the fall, so it's yarn time. It's sweater weather for some of you guys. Not here, probably not Texas, but yeah, it's coming. It's coming. So
Sweater weather.
Yeah, sweater weather. Yep.
Hi, Bev. Hi there. Oh, Granny D's here.
Hey, D. Thompson. Good to see you. Hey, Bev. It's good to see you, too. I'm excited to have you here, every one of you. So, shall we? Let's see. We're over 6 minutes in, so we should start with our first segment.
Okay, well, I have a hooks in progress right in my hand. This is a bulky cowl. It's inspired by the Outlander series. Now, it is black and white. This is about 100 stitches on a bulky 5 using 9mm circulars. And it's coming out really cushy, I'm telling you. I'm using the buttercream. You can find this at Joann's. I believe it's exclusive to Joann's. And look at the halo. I'm telling you, it is so soft. It's a little expensive yarn. It's about $6.49 a skein. Of course, we all use coupons whenever we get something special. But I'm planning on 2 skeins to finish this cowl.
Wow, so there's the way it's knitting up.
Isn't it different? Now, all it is a ribbing. It's 3 knit and 1 purl all the way through. Look at that pattern it's making, though.
Yeah, it's like a little chevron that way. I like it.
I noticed. So I'm hoping that it'll be able to come down just over the shoulder also. So it'll give us a little shoulder action.
Yeah. What did you where'd you get that pattern?
The Outlander series book that was inspired me. I got it on Amazon from our friend Deb Murray, and in there was a cowl that told you to use a bulky 6 with this amount of stitches, not 100, but a little bit lower. And I did that. I showed that one. It was one I made last week. So then I wanted to do it in like a little bit fluffier. So I went at 5 and I changed the stitch count to 100 just to see, what size it would come out. So it's coming out great.
Looks beautiful. It's beautiful. Now, Dee said she's wearing a bulky cowl right now. And Reggie, I did not expect you today. I know it's Jewish New Year. I don't know how we celebrate that, but Happy New Year to everybody who is celebrating the Jewish New Year. Is it Rosh Hashanah, Reggie? Or I think it's Rosh Hashanah, right? I try to keep up. Good to see everybody. So that's beautiful, Chris. I think those will be super popular as it gets colder outside. Those will probably sell pretty quick. You're gonna sell it, right? Or are you making it as a gift?
Yeah, I'll take it to a craft fair and my next one is in October. We are actually still scheduled.
Wow, that's pretty amazing that they're still going forward. That's good though, because I'm sure they're gonna put everything in place to keep everybody safe, right?
Yeah, what they're doing is, well, they're doing it in the church, and the church is open now, so they have like every other table instead of every table.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
People will be masked. Yeah. It'll be fine. Yep. Well, cool. Let me, I don't want to miss anybody over here. Catherine Oaks, good morning. Thanks for coming in. All of our people are here. Good morning. They're still coming in. So for me, which one am I? I brought a few things to show. I wanted to bring something that, actually, this is not, I'm cheating here, but I'm going to show it anyway because I plan to put some work in on, you guys have seen these. I'm kind of cheating because I didn't put any work in yet. I was planning on working on these this morning because I have half a chance of finishing them, but these are my Christmas socks. And they are like, I still only have the one, but it's a shorty sock, plain vanilla sock. The yarn is doing all the work for me. And I'll tell you why I pulled these out. Bev Dittmer, she had messaged me or commented on an old video because it had come up in her suggestions, and it was one of my earlier podcasts. And I watched it because it came up, and I watched it, and just got me inspired because I had made a pair of socks, and I had a full completed sock in there. I was like, ooh, let me get going on my socks. So I pulled these back out. I might be able to actually do these and podcast at the same time because it's just knit at this point. So we'll see. Maybe I can do something. So
oh my God. Unbelievable. I can't believe it.
I'll give it a try. So that's that.
We only have 17 here. Where is everybody today? Must be out pumping.
It was 20 a few minutes ago. It was 20, and now I went back down to 17. That's okay, because we're really only like 12 minutes in, so people come in and out.
We do have a playlist, and you can always rewatch them. Go back and watch the first couple. Very interesting. The first couple times we went live. It's amazing how we change, you know, how more relaxed you get and stuff. It's amazing.
Yes, you tell that to everybody when they are considering podcasting and jumping in. It's gonna be whatever it's gonna be when you first start, and it will always get better, right?
Yeah, that's right. Anybody want to come in and show us what you're working on? There's the link.
Yep, if you want to show us a project. In the meantime, I'm going to show a different one, which I've shown, I think, on my podcast or either on my live or both. But this is an old whip that I pulled out, and I have worked on it in the last 3 weeks, and it's in my, like, fairy tale, like, storybook kind of print. I don't even know what this print was called, but it's like a storybook kind of print. And I am working on a Afghan, and it is just the boxed block stitch, and I'm using a Premier Sweet Roll in the colorway Butterscotch Pop.
Oh, look at that! Well, that's pretty.
Right, I thought I had it upside down, but yeah, it's coming out. I'm almost finished with maybe the 4th or 5th ball of it, and then I'm just gonna start doing a border after that. So. It's coming along. It's because it's getting
just your choice of stitch, or is there a pattern to go with it?
Just my choice. I had picked up this box to block stitch from when we did the Unraveled Mittens Stash Buster Cowl. I think this was block number 3, and I'll go ahead and put that in the show notes down below in the description box that you'll be able to access once we render this thing as a video. So hey, Christina Lowe, good morning. Thanks for coming in. And We got Catherine in the backstage, so I'm gonna bring her up because I think she wants to show us a project that she's working on.
All right.
I'll probably mute. I'll mute if we need to. I'll be the one to mute. Come on in, Catherine.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Oh, good
Hi,
to see you.
hi, girlfriend.
Hello. So I have the start of a knitted baby sweater. And it actually has sleeves.
Aw.
I learned how to do the waist joint today.
That's
So
great. Love it.
It's got a little buttonhole and everything. I've learned this week. I've learned how to do a seed stitch, a buttonhole, and how to do the raglan increase, and how to do a top-down sweater. And this is going to be a newborn size.
You're talking just like a knitter now. See that?
Wow. So, Catherine, are you using YouTube videos to learn?
Yes, I am. I'm looking up the individual stitches and just making swatches with the stitches and pulling the swatches back out. Keep reusing the same yarn as long as I can.
Yeah, we decided that very knit pink knits, very pink knits was where we sent Catherine to. That is a great way to learn, place to learn. Yes.
Yes, I'm learning a lot from her, and I'm also learning a lot from an older channel. Don't know if they still broadcast or not, but it's called So Woolly. And she's really good. She doesn't move as slow. So what I did is I slowed down the video using the settings. And that really helped a lot when I did that.
Oh, yeah. See that?
What a great tip.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's great to tell everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll be back when it comes to finished objects.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
All right.
I saw somebody come in. Oh, Quilty Crocheter, I forgot to say hi to you. Hello, hello. Good to see you.
While we have this little section where she was knitting, I had posted a knit for a bit, Cal, knit along for September in my Facebook group, and I was encouraging people to at least start a washcloth or something like that just for September, and that's kind of where Catherine decided, well, I better learn. So there's still some time. There is a beautiful little package I made up for the prize, and all you have to do is put a progress photo into that post if you're interested.
Perfect. Hey, Elma Clark. I always have to say her whole name. Good to see you this morning. And did I miss anybody else? I think, and I see Linda Jean. Was that Linda Jean who said, wait a minute, who just said that they were, oh no, it was the other Linda, who's going to plan to learn how to knit possibly for the new year. That might be one of her plans. Very cool. Hey, Helen, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully it's cooling down in Texas. Probably not, but hopefully. Anyway, we got Reggie backstage, and I'm going to bring her on. Happy New Year.
Hi, Shana Tova. Hello, everyone. I have a whip to show away to my son. Yes? Was denn? Wolltest du Hallo sagen? Rega. Hi.
There he is. Good morning.
Here he is.
Good morning, pal.
Well, hello.
Hello. He had a birthday, everybody. He turned what?
He
One?
turned 2.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
goodness.
So, okay, bleib hier. So, you were talking about your knit for a bit, Cowl, and that's actually my current whip, what I have with me here. I have also a child climbing on me, so I'm sorry in advance. But it's going to be a shawl. Okay, kind of excited. Is fighting for attention of the viewers. So this is the beginning of my shawl. It's beginning. It's already halfway done.
Nice. Very
And
nice.
it's all stockinette, but it's made in sock yarn. So it has this really sock yarn pattern.
Oh, yeah.
Which I kind of like. It's going
really
to have to be. I really like how it's coming out.
I do
But
too.
Actually,
You
when
don't-
you wear, 1 second, möchtest du runter? Dann geh runter, danke. When you wear it, it will actually be, it will actually be like this. So the lines will be this way.
Yeah.
Vertical. Yeah, it's very good. It's very pretty. What type of yarn is that? Is it?
So I was actually looking for the tag. It's a yarn that I got at Christmas last year, but I can't find. Oh yeah, here it is. It's can you see it?
Oh yeah. Right.
It's the wool-free sock from Premier,
Oh yeah. What's the content?
and it is. Wait a second. La 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 la. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. It was there all along. It's 93% acrylic and 7% PBT. What's PBT? Can anyone? It's probably like something that's the
Some type of nylon.
Yeah, of
It's
nylon probably.
Polyester. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can get that to
Polymide. It could be
So that's the-
polymide.
And I got 100 grams of this as a Christmas gift from Julie from Captain Stitches with Julie last year for Christmas.
What size needles?
I am using my needle just fell down. A 3.5 millimeter needle, and these needles are vintage. They are an inheritance from the great grandma. I actually didn't have any. I had a lot of straight needles, but I didn't have any that were this or compatible with this kind of yarn. They were all thicker. So I got, well, I was telling my mother-in-law that I want to knit something for the crochet along, and I needed thinner needles, and I was asking her if she knows, well, I know a lot of good places to get thin needles, but I was asking her if she knows if maybe grandma has any, because I didn't want to buy especially for it. And and then she, so grandma, which is my husband's grandmother, gave me the needles which were her mother's. So they are like a family inheritance.
Nice.
Great.
So I looked up PBT, and I can't pronounce it, but it's basically some type of plastic fiber. It's a plastic.
Okay.
And it says that they put it in to strengthen the sock and will make it last longer.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's pretty much the same effect as the nylon in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, can we go to the next segment then? You have anything favorite you want to share with us today, Reggie, while you're here?
For favorites? Oh, I have something perfect that I just bought, but I have a child sitting on me. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? I'll
Okay.
press the link again.
All right.
Okay. Oops, I cut her off. Bye.
I was saying to her that the next section should probably start is all. I figured if she was here, maybe she had something, but I do have two favorites this 3 weeks. We usually do things in 3 week sections. So if you found something, you know, the day after the last segment or the last live, you might say, well, it's my favorite this week, and it may be, you know. So I do have something that I found at Joann's. Now, last year when this mandala came out, it was packaged differently, but it was so soft. Oh my gosh. And I bought it in the dark blue, and it was the ombre. So it was blue, and then it went to light blue, and it went back, and I really liked that. It was so soft, easy to work with. So when I went into Joann's and found this one, I was like, oh my gosh, new colors. Guys. Oh my gosh. I can't stand it. I had to have it. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but all it is purple and gray. That is it.
Wow.
It's just a little bit lavender right here on this, and then the dark purple. But it's just two colors, so purple and gray. And that's down my alley. It's not changing drastically.
Yeah. Does it look a little is it a little marled? Like, we can't see the color, unfortunately. I've seen the color, so I know how beautiful it is. But I can't. I should say maybe they can, but to me it looks turquoise and white. So
yeah, I don't know why the lighting is very difficult today. That is definitely, well, I guess this was a bad choice.
No, it's beautiful. I mean,
all the colors behind me are true colors. Everything you see behind me is true, and this is the there. Maybe that's better. It's still not. Oh well. Anyway, I got some, and it is, like I said, the softest. If you haven't tried this, you can find this in Joann's. Line Brand, I believe, put it in Walmart, which that's they have it on the Walmart website. I think they have it on, I know they have it on Joann's website because I've been there and bought some. And quiet. We don't need you whining because Dad should be here. And then I had to have it. Now I don't know what to do. I think I possibly will make a baby blanket out of that. I think so.
It's very pretty. And you said it's very soft?
It is. It is so soft. You know, the first time I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby and felt and thought, wow, this is really soft for a workhorse yarn, you know? That's what this feels like to me. It's soft. But I do know that the yardage, it's a 4 medium and it's got 344 yards in it. It seemed like it went so fast. Like I used it up so fast. And I was like, I'm out of it already, you know?
Yeah.
But
that's very pretty. So before I show my favorite, I'm going to put the link again so that anybody wants to come in, they can. But I wanted to go into the chat. And so Quilty Crocheter, your name is Linda too. So we have 3 Lindas in the house. And who else? What else do we have going on? Elma Clark said that she started knitting as this year's New Year's resolution. No, 2019 was when she started. And she has just as many knitting whips as she does crochet whips at this point. And then you got, what do we have? Linda Jean said that, wait, who said they? No, Linda, somebody said they knitted some dishcloths and they all look terrible, but that's how it is at first, right? It's not perfect at first.
yeah, but don't rip them out because a dishcloth is meant to be used to wash dishes with.
Yeah.
So we don't care what it looks like, but
Yeah.
you're practicing
Yeah.
and you're getting the tension down. And those are the things that are most important. Maybe not what the stitch looks like at first, but getting the tension down and the memory of repetitive motion
Memory,
and the yarn, you know. So
wow,
it wasn't her, and she didn't. It was her, and she didn't rip them out.
Good. Becky Capwell, welcome in. I didn't say hi to you yet. And let's see who else. So so I'm going to show a favorite. Wait, do I have one? I got two favorites.
So do I.
I learned about this one from, okay, so I'll do one and then you can do your next, and then I'll do mine. I learned about these, and I didn't bring something to show you how these worked, but Lori Gray told us about these needle stoppers. Like, you put these on the ends of your needles if you're knitting to hold your stitches safe. And these work like a charm. They are, every color represents 5 different sizes in each color, I think. And or maybe 3 or whatever, 4 different sizes. And so you have something for every needle you might use. And they are just made of this foam. And it's a harder foam, but this little middle piece that you see, see that little middle piece? You just push that out, and that's where your needle goes. And I love these. They work beautifully for me, and they're affordable, and I'm definitely going to be sharing. I got to get some packages out, but anyway, these are great. So that's one of my favorites that I wanted to show today.
Awesome. I guess I'm going to get some of them eventually here.
Yeah.
I have another favorite yarn that I've been using. I bought some I Love This cotton. And, the first time I used it, it was the kitchen green color, you know, the regular green color. And I liked these a lot. The color was, you know, but they got prints, and this one is one of those prints with all the speckles and all that. Check it out. So anyway, I am a Ross Smell Great Guy Ross knit pattern for a washcloth, and this is called the Ryan. It's free on his website. And I'll tell you what, this one is easy to do, but this yarn is the reason it is so nice. That's the textured side.
Yeah.
And this is the textured side. This is the stitch side. And it's a series of stitches. So you can see it's just making a ribbed pattern, and so to speak, but it's so soft. It's so beautiful.
I love this yarn. Has some of the soft. I love this cotton. Is some of the softest cotton that I've ever experienced.
So my choice was to do a washcloth for the baby, which I'm doing, and I'm doing it for knit for a bit. But now that I'm using it, I'm like, I want to make a sweater out of this yarn.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
And the only thing is that I was told that this cotton does not keep its color.
Okay.
But, you know, I figure, yes, that's a downfall. However, how long are you going to use the sweater for? They grow out of them so dang fast.
Yeah.
So I probably will still make a sweater out of this yarn, just at least once, you know, just to see. So that is this week for sure.
All right, I got Reggie in the backstage, and I wanted to say hi to Alicia Rucker, who came in. Who else came in? Brenda Young is here. Good morning. Glad to see you guys. And let me bring Reggie on, and we'll talk about my other favorite in a minute.
I back. I got. I saw this. Wait, let me show it first. Maybe can you see?
Yep.
Or does it? I'll take it out of the bag so it doesn't shine that much. I saw this on the hobby website this week on my weekly visit, and they had this new really cool knitting needle. As you can see, one side is longer than the other,
Okay.
and the in between is very short. So this is especially for knitting socks. And the point is that because of the way the needle is, that the one side is longer than the other, and it gives you, it can go like really, really small. So the idea is that even with using the magic loop technique, you can close hats or your socks or whatever without having to change to DPNs at any point.
Oh, wow.
And this is like a new thing from Eddie. So this is what it looks like, and this is what it's called. And is it backwards? I can't see.
No, it's not backwards.
Okay, so that's what it's called, and you can probably get it in a bunch of places. But if you already order from Hobby, then I would totally recommend getting it now because they have it on sale at the moment, and the prices are really good for this kind of thing. So this is my new favorite. I sadly don't have to show you what I made out of it already because I already gave them away, but they are amazing. I mean, I always had, I have knitted socks before, but I always like swayed away for it because of the changing, because you have to change at some point to DPNs, and I don't really like to work with DPNs. So when I saw this, I had to get it and try it, and it was so good that I got it last week, and I already finished a pair of socks and had time to give it away to someone already. Wow. Because it's just, you start working with it, and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, and it's done.
Wow, I gotta try those. That's gonna be on my list. Thank you for sharing.
So yeah, I definitely recommend them. They come in a variety of sizes of needles, and the way you work with it is you hold the longer one, this one, the longer one in your dominant hand, and the short one in your other hand, and then as you get smaller or larger, depending if you knit your socks up or down, or your hat, although it might only be good for baby hats because it's very small. But for socks, you work the magic loop as you get to close the sock, and then you just finish your sock without having to change. And it's, I mean, for me, it was like a life-changing product.
So, Reggie, when you make socks, what kind of heel is your favorite, and was it easy to do the heel flap? Because that's the worst part for me. I don't mind.
I do most of the time. I do afterthought heel, so I don't do a heel flip. That's my way to like skip that dreadful part of the sock. However, doing the afterthought heel is like a technique that requires you being confident in yourself, because it takes unraveling stitches and redoing. And so the first time I did it, of course I messed up my whole sock. But if you start by saying I will mess up my first time, then it's okay. I'm sorry, I'm being called away again by a little person. I will join in again later.
When you go back in the chat, there's a question for you.
Bye, guys.
All right. Granny D, hopefully she'll answer your question about the name of them again. And what else we got going on in the chat? Before I show mine, you're muted, Chris.
They were made by Addie. So if you went on the Addie, or you went on the hobby and you put in Addie in the search, you should come up with all the Addie hooks that they, or needles that they sell. All right. Well, I'm going to move on to a new.
Wait a minute. I have one more favorite that I want to show, and then Linda Jean was asking if anybody saw the comparison between I Love This Cotton versus Walmart's cotton that Crystal did on Back in the Day. I didn't see it. So
I saw it come up on the thing, and I put it on the watch later because I just couldn't keep up with everybody's stuff. So, but I'm going to watch it.
She said it's practically identical. If you like, some people just don't have a Hobby Lobby, or they don't want to shop at Hobby Lobby. So you would have that option over at good old Walmart. Addie Sock and Wonder. Okay, I see.
You know, just remember though, those opinions are the opinions of the creator. So just remember, don't go and buy 100 skeins because somebody said buy one and try it yourself. You know.
All right, so my next one is a fun one. I got a bunch of like things to make stitch markers, and I found these. And this is also going to be like a preference thing. Some people don't want to shop here, but I get stuff off of AliExpress all the time. And I found these like letter acrylic beads or charms that I can make into the type of stitch marker that will have the size of your hook. So, and the reason why I like these is because they are acrylic beads, which means they're going to be very lightweight. So I think that's the only one I'm going to show. I got a bunch of different ones to make charms, but I like the idea. I think these are mostly meant for kids, but they are perfect for hanging on your projects, specifically if you're using like a thinner yarn, because I don't like putting heavy progress keepers or stitch markers on my lightweight yarn projects. So I just wanted to
That was a great deal. Probably was a good price too, huh?
Yeah, like a couple bucks, and there's probably like 50 of them in there. Everything is cheap. Free shipping. Yeah. It does. I will say, if you ever shop on there, you just can't be needing it tomorrow because it takes at least a month for it to show up. So
I definitely have to go there one day and get some stuff there because you've been talking about it for a while, and I just, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go on to Hook's Handmade Classics. Now, this segment can be anything vintage that you want to talk about, and usually it's 25 years old or so, or something that may look classic. How's that? Yeah. I found a pattern. I was looking through patterns to help people with their choices and to what to use in our mail, and I found this pattern. It's called the Pineapple Afghan, and it is free on the patternscentral.com, and it's a pineapple square. So free, and the skill level says intermediate, so it's just you got to keep counting when you're doing pineapple stitch. Other than that, and it's fairly easy. But Pineapple Afghan by Judy, how do I say her name? Teague Trees. So there's the squares are just sewn together. And she actually does 12 squares. So really that's 3 by 4. Yeah, it says it's 56 by 72.
But each individual square is how much?
I don't know.
It's probably pretty big.
Yeah. It says an eye, 5.5 millimeter, and medium worsted weight yarn. So you can make it with anything. But I was thinking if you did it in like 12 different tonal colors. So if you got, say you got like 12 of these, all different colors, let's just say, and you did one of the squares in each color, and then it would be like a kaleidoscope of colors. I don't know. It'd be cool. But such a pineapple used to be the hospitality, and everybody had a pineapple blanket laying on their rocking chair or somewhere in their living room. So that was an interesting pattern that I found. And I have another one.
Okay. I was going to mention that Christina Lowe asked earlier in the chat about how many squares how many granny squares do you need to make an Afghan? And I think most people answered that, but that's why I was asking you the what the dimensions were on that square, because so she can get an idea. It really does, as Linda Jean and everybody else said, it depends on the size of the square. So if you are making a 6-inch square, you're going to need a whole bunch of those to make an Afghan. And it also depends on the type of Afghan, the size of Afghan that you want to make. If it's a baby one, you don't need that many. But if you want to cover a whole bed, you're going to need quite a few. So, or you could be making a 12-inch or a 14-inch square, and then you don't need that many, you know. So it's not an easy question to answer. So many things that depend on which
is why she doesn't have a dimension in here, because she's telling you use worsted weight in the eye hook. Your tension is going to make that square that size.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if all the squares are made within a few days of each other, your tension didn't change. But if you're like me and do 6 squares, put that sucker away for a year, bring it back out.
It's a mess.
It is. The tension's going to be different because we had an earthquake, you know, and it changed our feel of how we were, you know, how we started. And, you know, I'm just saying that kind of stuff can be affecting your tension.
Totally. My tension changes day to day, you know, whatever going on in your life, that kind of thing. I wanted to tell Lori that I will definitely put the link up for where I found those letter beads. I will put it in the show notes so that if you want to get some, I found a bunch of others. I'll put a picture of the other ones that I bought as well on my Facebook group. So if you're interested in anything else, I got them all from the same shop over there. So hey, Vanessa Johnson, wanted to say hi to you that you got in today. Thank you for coming in.
Okay, I'm going to move on to my next classic. Now, this one place I used to buy patterns and kits and stuff all the time was Annie's Attic. I don't know whether Annie's Attic is somewhere where you can still purchase stuff or not. I haven't paid attention. But this baby book was one of the ones that I got way back in like 95 or 96. I don't know. And every now and again, somebody will say to me, will you make me a dress? Will you do this? And I always say to them, do I have to stick to a pattern, or can I just, you know, design it as I go? And base patterns are usually out of this book. Now, this one right here is the base that I am using for the next dress that someone ordered. And so basically the yoke is just done in, and I change it up as I change the sleeves maybe later. So it's not going to look exactly like that, but I did start a dress, and I put this under this category because it's a classic. It's a classic base pattern that I use all the time. So this person asked me to make a black dress for their 4-month-old for Halloween. So this is fun. I picked out Caron Simply Soft Party, which is a black sparkle. Now see, you can see that.
Yeah.
Totally see it. Oh my gosh. And this is a 4 medium, but to me, it is light and airy enough and does not scratch to be used for a baby dress. And I did the yoke in a G hook.
Oh, so it's coming out nicely. Look at that.
And then I've already started the skirt. I already split for the sleeves. Yeah, it's hard to see black, but yeah, I already got most of that part done.
That's
closed off the back. There'll be buttons on here, but again, like you said, you use stitch markers to tell you what hook you are. Once I started the skirt, I changed to an H hook now. So the skirt will be a little bit, it'll go out. But I did have an idea. I don't know whether or not she's going to go for this because she preferred me to do this in plain black. So I took out a couple of buttons and I'm going to take a picture like this. Oh, no, you're not going to see it. It's hard to, I'm going to take a picture like this. You're still not going to see it. There. And see what happens. That's on the bodice, and it can be sewn right on. It's a pumpkin button.
Cute.
And then when I do the booties, I'll use one on each booty of the other pumpkin face. But if she doesn't want them, I'll have the booties and I'll just sell them to somebody else. That's no problem. But yeah, that's a classic.
I love that. I don't make a lot of baby things, so my stitching time, I'm like slowly working on it. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that's lovely. I am going to though, because I got a couple of patterns and I got some of that what is that yarn from Hobby Lobby, that baby bee. I got that, so I will be casting them. It'll probably be knitted. I want to knit. Lovely. Everybody's loving it in the chat. And Reggie says she just got some of that party, that Caron party, but hers is in blue. I have some in green. I need to make something with mine. How many balls do you think it's gonna take for that?
Probably only 2.
Okay.
I'm still on the first ball and it's not even gone yet.
Okay.
So this will probably go for another 3 or 4 rows, and then it won't use a second one for the skirt. So for 2,
Nice.
But,
Jennifer Study is here from Texas. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you.
We have 28 people. Do you have a classic today other than your? Okay.
No.
Not a problem. All right. Yes, we will be discussing several event happenings at the end of the show. They were saying stuff about Halloween stuff. So stitching time. Let's talk about a stitching time.
All right, I didn't bring mine because I haven't worked on it at all because I'm trying to make it slow and that's I'm only doing one project, and so I haven't worked on it. Next time you will see some progress.
That's okay. I worked on mine, but I'll tell you, you can't barely tell. What in the heck is a stitching time? Does everyone know what a stitching time is? It's the make-along that involves anything with stitches. You can sew something, you can loom knit something, you can knit something, crochet, you can sew a bag or an apron or anything that you stitch. You have from August 1st, right? Did we start August 1st? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. And we're going through November 21st. The post for Stitch in Time is on my Facebook page. It is, I think there's 226 comments now, or it was a lot. There's a lot.
Ooh,
but I went through and I wrote everybody's name down that had a progress photo posted of theirs. Now we do have some finishes already, Kim.
I've seen them. That's crazy.
Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 people that have finished a project already. Imagine that.
Wow. 15. I mean, I guess I can go ahead and finish mine, but I'm trying to make it like last the whole time.
Yes. Well, mine will probably go over. I won't finish mine because I'm doing it in scraps. And I figured it was a perfect time to make something with my scraps. Mm-hmm. So I'm keeping it in an L gray bag. It's my butterfly one. And it's growing. It is definitely growing. Anything that I have at least half a ball of, or any scraps at all, I've been throwing in this bag and then working them in. I've been doing, probably 3 rows. This is a Navajo pattern. It's the diamond Navajo. You do it from one side, from the right side to the left side, and you attach your yarn on the right and you cut it on the left. It leaves a fringe on the side. Several of you are doing it with me. So here is, look at that, Kim.
Wow.
What about color in this?
I can see it. I can see it.
Look at that. So yeah, I did another 3 or 4 rows last Monday night in a knit night. And I've almost completed one whole diamond. Not quite. A couple more rows.
Almost there. That.
So that's my MakeAlong.
I just checked Instagram. There are 24 posts under the hashtag A Stitch in Time Mal. And so I'm gonna have to do some kind of a lot of them are Linda Jeans. Thank you, Linda Jean. But there's other people in there, Catherine, Lori, Deb. There's a bunch of people in there. People, some people who I don't even know that are doing it, which is awesome.
Yes,
so,
it is.
I'll have to, I think I'm going to end up pulling a random giveaway for those folks as well, but not today, but I will do it for sure.
Okay, so what we were thinking was today we would use the wheel. And I believe I have Lori Armstrong in the chat. Is she going to come on and join us at this part of the show, or is she chicken?
Come on, Lori, here's the link. Come on, Lori. Come on, Lori. There's the link.
So the reason why I'm calling Lori is because she has a donation for this portion of the show. And she said it was a panel to make like a blanket. You would sew that panel into a quilted blanket, I'm assuming. But I would like, if she could show it to us, that would be great. I don't know if we will. Oh, she's here. She says she's here. So what we were going to do was we were going to draw today for one of my gifts that I was going to give and for hers. So there'll be 2 winners today. And so what I'll do is while we're waiting for her, I will show you. I showed this on my last addictions video recently. This is a sewing book I found at the Dollar Tree. And I on purpose bought it because of this MakeAlong. I thought, I'm not going to use this book. But what the heck? Why not give it? Look at these things that, look at that. Isn't that cute?
That's very cute. I got Lori backstage at this point.
Okay. And yes, there's pattern. There is actually patterns in the book to cut out.
Oh, nice. That's pretty good from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah. So this is one of the, oh, here. This is one of the gifts for today. I'm going to draw a winner from our project photos.
Awesome. Show me that.
Progress.
You want to do
right,
that?
bring.
Okay. You want to do it after we bring her on? Here she comes. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Welcome.
I gotta figure out which way to go.
I know. Try taking a book and doing this. You don't know what to do. All right. So do you have your panel with you today?
I do. So I'm from Indianapolis, and back in the early 1900s, around 1915 is when they think this person created this. But the Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls, the man who created that character grew up in Indianapolis. And there's all kinds of stories out there on the internet about kind of how it all started. But his wife said in 1915 he was looking for something in the attic of his mother's house here in Indianapolis, and he came across the old rag doll, and he thought, oh, this would make a really good book character. And he took it home and didn't think about it for a long time until they had a daughter of their own. And then he pulled it out. And so it was this old rag doll, which is, of course, the Stitch project. And she has yarn hair and button eyes and embroidered nose. So I felt like because of the age of the character and all of those things, it fit really nicely into Mao. Now, I thought originally maybe this panel was also vintage from the 80s, but the Selvage Edge has like a website on it, so I don't think it is.
Okay.
But it's a Raggedy Ann and Andy Express quilt, it says, and it's from Simon & Schuster, licensed by Simon & Schuster. So it measures, I'm going to hold it up here. I got to stand up and get back by my ironing board. I've been making masks for my son's school. Oh, and look at my shirt. Can you see it?
Oh, yes. Coffee, yarn, and wine.
Where is it? I've had my coffee. I've been yarning. This will come later. It's only like 1 o'clock here.
Right.
So here we go. I'm going to try to hold it up and get it back so you can see the whole thing.
The wagon is definitely vintage.
So
The wagon. Oh my God.
And,
That is awesome.
so it measures from side to side is 45 inches, and from top to bottom is 35.
Awesome.
Aren't they cute? There's Raggedy Ann. Other way. Andy. And then there's a cute little puppy.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a
That's
quilt.
beautiful. Beautiful.
I can sew, but I don't sew, and I definitely don't have the capacity to quilt right now. So this was in a bundle of stuff I bought at an estate sale.
Uh-huh.
I love it. What a great prize. That is
Yes,
so
it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw for that right now. What I did was I put anyone who had their name in with a progress photo. And even if they finished, their name went in one time because this is the randoms and everybody's name just goes in once. But later during the grand prizes, if you have more than one finished, your name will go in more than once. So right now, we're going to draw for the Raggedy Ann, donated by Lori. And I went ahead and touched the wheel. There's 21 names in there. Oh my!
Great.
You can't make this stuff up. Now, listen, what she's going to do is she's going to make this blanket. And I don't know who or what she's going to make it for, but I bet you she will, it'll be beautiful. It will be beautiful. Well, congratulations to her. I'm going to remove them. And I am going to finish showing. Thank you so much, Lori. If you want to stay on,
I
wanted to show my finished
Oh, okay.
There we go. I finished that now. The only one I finished. There we go. It's one of those styrofoam things from Dollar Tree. And then this yarn right here was in that same bucket. This is funny in my face. Yarn in that same bucket as the panel. And then I had these yarns were part of some stuff my sister gave me. Which also, I'm using the stuff for my sister. I'm going to frog this because you can see it's like too wide. It's supposed to be a purse. And I don't got the right, look, I'm in the circle again. I got the right size handle. So the pattern is like too wide. And when I started doing it, it was weird. So I'm frogging it out. But this yarn was in, but this yarn, my sister gave me from like the 80s. So even though I'm 50 and she's 62, I'm still getting her hand me out.
That's great, though, to make that. That's really cool. And it's useful. And
thank you so much, Lori. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I know. So what I wanted to show you was the pillows.
Pretty.
I don't know whether or not that is in here, but I think they tell you how to do the patchwork for the houses. Yeah. So this is a very interesting book.
I'm going to Dollar Tree to see if mine has any books like that. I'm gonna go probably today.
Here, look at this. Oh my!
Nice. I just got some pom-pom trim from AliExpress. I could do that. Oh,
isn't that cute? It's right over a lampshade. You just put it right on the lampshade. So those, it's called the slip cover. That is cute, and they're done with scraps, just little tiny pieces. You know.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to give this book away today. So I remove Lori's name from the wheel. And I have 20 left. So we're going to draw for this book. And if you are the winner, just find a messenger or whatever and send me a message and I'll get it right out to you. Jeannie Peterson.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Beautiful sewing book. All right.
It's beautiful.
Thanks for coming in on our make-along. Did we actually say it was a vintage make-along? I don't know if we did at the beginning of the section or not. But I think a lot of people know that.
Yep. And Christina Lowe had asked if she got entered. If your picture was there, then yes, your name was on the wheel. So if it wasn't, no. But yeah.
She was entered the last time, and I entered the same names again. That, yeah.
Okay.
And
so yeah,
everybody who's in the progress photos gets entered every time.
Perfect. Well, congratulations to everyone who won, and thank you for continuing to post your projects. So your video, Catherine, is behind. Well, we just finished the Stitch in Time, so we are moving on to.
Tell her to hit refresh at the top, and it'll put her back to the right time if she's behind that. If it's just a little lag, then don't. But yeah, just hit refresh at the top.
There you go. Hey, Angela Young, thanks for coming in. I don't think I said hi to you. Good to see you, sister.
We have 27 people in the room, Kim.
Nice. No bubbles.
Anybody want to come on and show us their Stitch in Time make-along project? Please
Anybody, come on in. Here's the link, and we're going to keep on talking. It's 10:10, but you can come in at any time. I thought I saw a question from Dee Thompson earlier that I may have missed. I don't know if I did or not, but let's see. All right, I guess we're good. So Dee said she looked up and found some nice ones at hers. So I'm going to check mine out and see what I can find. I usually don't have a lot of luck with this kind of thing, but I'm going to check.
I was pretty shocked that I found as many as I did, you know. I really am shocked.
Lucky, lucky. All right. So next up is what? Favorites? No. Shenanigans?
You betcha. I knew it. I knew it.
I got several shenanigans to talk about. So I'm just gonna show something that I made a while ago first. Hold on. I unearthed my earrings that I made a while ago. So I'm wearing them.
Oh, they're different. They look Indian to me.
Very
like Native American. Beautiful.
Yeah. So I made those. And then there was a point where I was making a lot of wire wrapped. And I just found that and threw it on. Wire wrapped.
Nice.
That's a shenanigan. Oh. But the thing I learned this week is called Bojagi, and it is a Korean patchwork hand sewing technique. And at first I was like, I don't know, this is not going to be cute at all, but I really think it turns out great. And sometimes I see it called Pojagi with a P, and then I see it with a B. So I'm not sure which one is right. I think Pojagi is the actual technique. And so let me show you what I've done. So it's a patchwork. It's just a sewing technique. And if you, all the stitches like are on the outside of the quilt. So it's like a decorative thing. And I thought it was going to be pretty funky because I'm not good at hand stitching, but I think it's still going to be fine. And I don't know what this is going to be, but I am enjoying it, actually, doing the hand stitching. Korean patchwork. So that's my shenanigan.
All right. Well, I have a shenanigan. If anybody follows me, they will know that I have been collaborating with Christi Cook this year and Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge. And it was her month, and she came up with this free form. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, you know, just you take yarn and you just do what you feel. And I'm like, okay. I didn't have any suggestions. I usually have like 10 or 12 things that I post for people to, you know, to get inspiration from. And I didn't have a thing. So then I went to the dollar store and I went shopping, and guess what I found? A free form book.
They have that one at my store. I'd be mad.
So I decided to get 2 of them. And I am going to end up giving one in the Happy Scrappy for September.
Nice.
And it'll be my gift for the month, even though it's not my month, because you can't make this stuff up. You know, it's automatically it needed to be there. So I am adding that. But you know, some of the things in here are definitely, you know, they're okay. They're just okay. And I figured that I would do that. But I also think I am doing a freeform in a way. Because somebody ordered a whale cocoon for their photo op for their baby. And I have no pattern for a whale cocoon, but I've made cocoons before. So I figured, what the heck, I'll just start at the waist, or, you know, right around in here, and I'll just free form a waist. And then I came up with what I think looks like scales, and I'm just going to keep going, and then I'm just going to gather it and then make some kind of a fin at the bottom. It's going to be formed. Yes, this is crochet, but I don't have a pattern, and I'm just going to wing it.
Yeah.
And it's
beautiful.
It's done in Caron Simply Soft. tweed. So it actually is going to have some color in the body.
Yeah.
And then get back down to the bottom, I'm going to do more of the stripes.
Nice.
And that's Caron Simply Soft. So that's my shenanigans.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I got Catherine Oaks backstage, and I'm going to bring her in. I wanted to say hi to Karen Katsambaras. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And anybody else I have missed, thank you so much, guys, for coming in. I appreciate you all.
When we drew the winners,
You
I was supposed to do bubbles.
I got some bubbles too, and they're much better than my other ones that I had, my replacement bubbles. But let's bring Catherine on.
Yeah,
right now.
come on.
Talk about shenanigans. Hi again. My video's actually way behind you guys for some reason. And I came on for the vintage.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I have
okay.
a finished object.
All right.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
fold it in half. I'm actually gonna hold it up so you can see the stitch. It turned out really nice. And
She finished
it actually fits around like this and makes
Beautiful.
a really nice little
Mm-hmm.
scarf to wear with, like, well, I was going to wear with my dresses for church and stuff because a lot of my dresses have blue and purple and white in them. So this will
Yeah.
go perfect. So, and it's really soft. It was 100% mercerized cotton. But the pattern is an old vintage pattern. Here it is. It came from the Bazaar. Do you remember the magazine, the Bazaar magazine?
No, I don't actually. Do you?
He
doesn't.
Yeah, that's what this is from. This is from one of their 2-hole punch binders that they used to have.
Oh yeah, the binder.
Yeah. I inherited those from my mother. So
I think there were 4 patterns every time or something, and sometimes you had more. Depending on the patterns, you got 10 or 12, and then you would put them in the categories they fell in, whether it was home decor, baby, whatever. Yeah, I love those. That's perfect. I have one upstairs. I'll bring it down next live.
Nice.
Well, that is my vintage.
Thank you so much, Catherine.
I don't have any shenanigans, although I've done plenty of shenanigans this week.
Well, thank you for coming on. We'll see you soon in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
All right. That was beautiful. And people are loving that scarf. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is. So I do have one more shenanigans that go along with that whale. I had 4 things ordered. They were not supposed to actually go together. They just have a whale theme. Mm-hmm. So I showed this in my video, and some of you have seen them, but I did again freeform this. This is just crazy. But I made whale booties.
So cute.
And the fins are put in the row. So when you're going around the row, you stop and then you do like a bobble. You know how you would take the crochet hook out after, say, 5 stitches, and then you would bring it together. And that's how I did that. And then I just left it. And when I went back around the next row, I just went in that bobble stitch, and there it was. It stayed. So that was a free form to me. Because I just trial and errored it, and it worked. And I did the same thing for his tail. I just did several stitches in one and then just brought it all together.
Very cute.
So she's going to be surprised. at those, I think.
Yeah, those are really cute. But good job on those. Becky is saying she purchased some patterns, and last night she went through them, and they're from 1980 to 2000. Yep, you can use those for sure in this vintage make-along, for sure.
I'm loving this vintage make along. In fact, I think that I want to make it an annual thing.
Yeah,
I really do.
nice, really fun. Denise, thanks for coming in. Hello, hello. All right. So what's next?
Finishing stitches.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be quick and do mine real quick because people seen a lot of them. Granny D is coming on in a minute too. So
All right.
may have been pumpkin crazy this week. I'm finishing lots of pumpkins. So that's one. This one is from Yarnspirations. It's called the Harvest Pumpkin Crochet Pattern by Yarnspirations. And so this was the first one I did. I thought it looked kind of like a flower, but we're going to go ahead and call that a pumpkin.
It is.
And I went on to make a few more. These ones are my own thing. And using my favorite stitch.
The herringbone double crochet.
Positively. And then our next one I made was this one, and I put on the light is blowing it out. It's a nice, pretty turquoise. And this one, okay, wait, let me go back. This one is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and I think it's called Pomegranate Stripe. This one is Loops and Threads Impeccable, and I forgot the color for this. But I got so much of this color. I think I was gonna make a sweater or something, but I have so much of this. And then the stems on the boat. These first two are just Red Heart Super Saver. So that's that. Then this, I decided this is a yarn from Target. And I think it came in a birthday bag full of craft items. And so this is another one of the gifts from my husband and my son. So I made a pumpkin out of that. Same crochet. And this time, same herringbone, half double crochet. This stem is just single crochet. The other one was half double crochet or single crochet in the back loop. This one I just single crochet and folded together. These are the colors being blown out. The leaves are Kelly green on this. This is that same Hirschner's that I've used all the time. Like I use it for the doll skin tone. It's pecan, Hirschner's worsted 8. And then this is, I think, a Red Heart Super Saver. And it's so pretty, like a Kelly green. You can't see it here. So that's that one that I made. And then the final one that I have made so far, because I'm going to make more, is this one. And this is actually that Kai yarn from Michael's Loops and Threads. And it is, I think, called Chocolate Mint. So you can see, you can barely tell, but the colors do change. Like this part here is the minty part.
Yeah.
And then there you go. So I did. And this is a wool of the Andes from Knit Picks for that leaf. The leaf pattern is from Repeat Crafter Me. Very easy leaf pattern from Sarah Zimmerman. So those are mine. My finish.
That's great. Those are great. Are you going to sell those, Kim?
Well, I'm doing kind of a swap with some friends, and this will be a part of we're doing boo boxes for Halloween. Since we're likely not going to be taking the kids out, we're going to do a Zoom Halloween thing, and we're going to each mail each other a boo box, and that's going to be a part of the boo box. So,
all right. Great.
You want me to bring Granny D on before or after you show your finish?
Bring her on now.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Hi. Hey, it's about time. No, it's all right. Listen, on the favorites, I didn't get in. So, you know, those needles, I was asking Reggie what they were. I'll have to ask her again, but I got these the other week. I think off of eBay or somewhere. I don't remember. But they're Addies and they're square. They're called Addie squares, and
Oh,
they're little 16-inch circulars, great for doing hats. And this
yeah.
is size 8. I'm doing a hat for Crystal. I could never find the camera on this thing. Yeah,
Wow, we got
that way.
Oh,
harvest
pretty.
colors.
Another hat
Yeah.
for Miss Bod, and this yarn is some that's discontinued, which I hate because it's great. It was called
Oh, wow. I never had any.
Amazing, and it's got wool, and Crystal loves the wool.
Oh, pretty.
I love wool, but these are going to be some nice folly colors. But I love these needles, and more needles I love. And Denny's gonna whoop me. He's always getting me when I buy stuff, because that's why I'm poor as a church mouse. I bought stuff earlier in the month. Am I echoing?
No.
A little.
Okay. These Prim needles from Germany.
Oh, you got some.
Yeah, I've got several pairs. These are circular, and I love the little, I don't know if you can, they're triangular, which makes them ergonomic, and they also have this little nub right here at the end. You know how you have, when you're knitting, how you help your stitches sometimes with your index finger and poke the crap out of it if it's a regular pointy knitted needle. Well, these don't do that because they're, you know, rounded.
Oh, I like those. I'm gonna have to try those. Did you get them on Amazon?
You can find them on Amazon, eBay, probably Etsy too. I'll look everywhere for them.
Okay.
And I think there were some from Art Yarns, but I think that they came from Amazon. You know how Amazon, it's like Amazon Marketplace or something. But I love these. Love them. And I was thinking y'all had said something. This is my last thing.
Okay.
Y'all had said something about doing a Halloween something. That might have been a different group. I don't know. But this is just a Halloween looking yarn to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your traditional black and white, but it's like Frankenstein and vampire and stuff mixed into one.
I bought that because of you. I saw it on your channel and I was like, oh, I want some. So I got a couple of those.
And it's so soft and so cheap. It's that, wasn't it Craft Smart?
Craft Smart.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was called Rainbow, but totally not your typical rainbow. But that just screamed Halloween to me.
Doing a pumpkin in that color? Can you imagine that?
Would be good. Oh, that pumpkin you just showed was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
All y'all's projects. I love your Cowl, Christi. I love the way the colors pulling.
Oh, isn't that?
That is very cool. Well, I'll go. Just wanted to
bye, Dee. Thank you for coming on.
I'm going to do my live today at 3, and I'm going to do StreamYard today. So I've only done that one other time, which was just a test. So a lot of people didn't know about it.
All right, guys.
Now.
You guys, did you hear that Dee is going live at, what she say, 3? And that's, I think, Easter?
Yes.
So make sure you follow. Make sure you follow and hang out with Dee today.
That yarn was found at Hobby Lobby, correct? That craft.
The Craft Smart is Michael's.
Oh.
Yep, and it's lovely. They definitely have changed. I definitely bought it because of Dee. She showed it on one of her episodes, and I went, and it's definitely much softer than the Craft Smart used to be. So.
Okay, I'm going to just take this second real quick to tell you that if you missed any of the show, it will be up, probably take the rest of the day to upload, but you know, it will be there. If you click the reminder, you can watch it. You just can't watch any of the chat. It
Right.
won't be there.
And you won't see any show notes or anything, but you can watch it.
Yeah. Yes. And then also our next live will be October 10th. So that'll be 3. Yep. Mark your calendar. Okay. I'm going to go on to my finish. I got a Joann's order in the mail the other day. And one of the little bags had Landscapes Fusion. And I only got one skein because I hadn't tried it. It is a roving yarn and it is extremely soft. It's 100% acrylic with a little bit of halo. And I am telling you what, it is beautiful. Now this is a peach and gray and cream swirl. I say it swirl because it just keeps changing. It's almost like a variegated, but nice and muted colors. I love it. It's called, and I didn't say it in my video, Flushing Meadows. Flushing Meadows. This is a 5 bulky, and it's only 109 yards, but brand new yarn, brand new. Okay, so what I did, I made a Jennifer from Fiber Flux, and it is called the Quick Gift Slouchy. I made a couple of them last week, but this one I put a pom-pom on.
Oh, pretty. Oh,
came out gorgeous.
That's gorgeous. Yeah. What was that colorway again? That is so pretty.
Flushing Meadows. I put a heart on the brim.
That's cute.
To give it a little, you know. And I think this needs to be made in a couple of colors. But talk about soft. It is so soft. And yet it's completely washable because the pom-pom is removable and you can throw it in the washer and dryer. And I don't think I would throw it in the dryer because of the halo. I don't want to mat it and make it all fuzzed up. But you know, it's supposed to be able to be washed. So that's my finish. I just did it yesterday. It took me like 3 hours to make that.
Oh. What's the needle size you use?
I used the L 8 millimeter.
Okay. Did you put that lipstick on your mannequin head or did it come that way?
Okay, wise guy. I got this at a flea market and some woman must have done it, but it wasn't me. Isn't she pretty? She should have a name.
Yeah, you should give her a name. Oh man, that's cute. Christy, Linda Jean said that you would hate the scrap yarn she's making. It's loud, bright colors all mushed together. Oh man, I love it.
You would. Is that called OTC? What is that? ABC? What is
OCD?
Okay, yeah. Must have a little bit of OCD in my life, but not a lot. Not right now because there's no rhyme or reason going on in this house. There is no. I know where everything is. Okay. I know where everything is.
I wish I could say that. I couldn't find my. I was trying to find my chow goose for bulky yarn. I only can find one pair. I have no idea where the other set is because I want to make Rel's pattern, her York hat that she just released. I want to make one of those. But anyway.
Okay, so do you have anybody else want to come on the show? Because we're getting down to the last part. And I'll be doing all of the events that I chose for the show today. And I think Kim has 1 or 2.
Yep. Hey, Diana Carroll, thanks for stopping in to say hello on your lunch break. And Petra came in, which she's probably gone by now because she had 10 minutes. And she came in for her 10 minutes. Sorry, Petra, I didn't get to say hi to you, but hello. Thanks for coming in.
I really want to thank you all for such a great, successful show again. It's 33 in the room. 33 in the room. Okay, well, I'm going to start with Hooks Happenings because I have several. I have several.
I have two.
Yeah. Now, I do know that there was a Halloween make-along going on over on Crystal's Crochet, Ricola, I think it is. Ricola, Crystal's Ricola, something or other.
Yeah.
She has a Halloween make-along going on. But another Halloween is Pamela's Adoring Crochet. She has a Halloween make-along on her Facebook page and has the same. And I'm not sure how long that one's going on. But let's see. I think that there is one. Yes. The Knit Girls. Has anyone ever heard of the Knit Girls? They've been around for 10 years. That's right. They hit their 500th episode. And they're doing what they do every year called Halloween Craft All the Things. And I believe they have, well, if you go to their channel, they'll tell you their Craft All the Things hashtag. And I guess it's any craft. As long as you can tie it into Halloween, I think it's any craft. But you know, it's going on until October 15th. And I'm sure they have great prizes.
The Knit Girls?
Yeah.
Cool.
The Knit Girl. The girls is spelled with 3 L's. The Knit Girls with 3 L's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, Julie.
Okay. Let's see. What else? I have a trick-or-treat night going to happen in my Facebook group. Last month we did a lotto. This month we're doing a couple of different. I'm going to do a live and I'm going to draw numbers and stuff in there. And it's going to be, the post will be up soon. It will probably not hit until right around the 1st, but it'll be a trick-or-treat, all kinds of crazy gifts I got and stuff. So that ought to be interesting for October. Let's see. You have one you want to talk about?
Sure. I'm going to talk about Terry's, because I think it's starting on Monday and already started. So Terry's going to be doing, just like she did Dash the Deer, Terry from the Yarnjoy podcast is doing another Just Huff pattern, and it is going to be Esther the elephant. And she, I believe, is picking it up on Monday, the 21st, but I already kind of got started with mine because I usually fall behind. And so, yeah, we'll link it in the notes. But I'm using some of my precious Stitch Studio by Nicole Earth Tone. Yay, I'm so lucky I have you, Chris.
Yeah, I've got some stashed away. I'm not parting with mine. No, I'll never part with mine. I'm going to make something.
I'm still hoping that Michaels will just rebrand and bring it back some kind of way because it's a beautiful yarn. So that's the one I wanted to announce for that. And I just have one more. Do you want me to do it, or do you want me to let you do another one?
I'll do another one.
Okay.
We just spoke of Michaels, so I'll do the Michaels one. Apparently, they have a use Caron cakes make-along going on. And you use Caron cakes and you take a picture and you submit it to them. If you go to the Michaels website, you can find this. And it's for winning 100 Caron cakes. That is
imagine if you win that. Oh,
yeah.
That'll be great.
So that deadline for that is October 10th. So you might want to get something made up with a Caron cake for that.
Nice. October 10th?
Yeah.
I might give that a shot. I got some Caron cakes.
That would be a little over 3 weeks left to do it in.
Oh, that's the next. Our next
yeah,
thing.
by the time our live is, it'll be over. That'll be the deadline date.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Cool.
You got another one?
Yes, I don't think you had this one. I hope I'm not stealing one, but I did this last year, and I was reminded of it when I watched Katrina Knits podcast. But her and another podcaster host this holiday along 2020. It's called Knit and Crochet Around the World, and basically, I believe it's based on that book, uh, Around the World in 80 Days. And the partner that she has with this, she lives in Scotland or whatever. So it's like we're going to journey from Scotland to Pennsylvania, but our projects will count as the yardage and the mileage and all of that. So you can go over. I'll link Katrina Knits channel where she talked about it, and then that'll lead you to getting onto the Facebook page. It's called Holiday Along 2020 if you just want to look it up, and maybe you could just ask to be a member. But it goes from October 1st, so you got time, October 1st through the end of the year, which is just over 80 days. And with our mileage, with our yardage, we will travel the same route that the main character did in the book Around the World in 80 Days, which is what I think it's based on. And it's a 3-month knit and crochet along. You get to, when you go on the Facebook page, you decide if you're going to be team crochet or team knit or team both, like I'm going to be. Last year, team crochet, of course, won. I think it's kind of not fair because you eat up so much more yarn with crochet, but they won. Team Crochet won last year. I play on both teams because I do both things, so I'm on team both. But but it's a fun thing. I think Loretta from Homemade with Love by Loretta and Blaine invited me and reminded me of this. I did it last year, and so yeah, I think the other podcaster is Sara Oliver, and she's the one that lives in London or somewhere like that, and then Katrina lives in, I believe, Pennsylvania. So anyway, it's easy. Anything that you're doing can qualify. And they have full prizes. And so, it's just an easy thing. It's not extra, nothing added to your plate. So we'll link that as well.
All right. I have another national one. This one is put on by Clover USA. They are saying that there's an ultimate National Sewing Month giveaway. So apparently September is National Sewing Month. Of course, I wouldn't have known that. It is Shannon Fabrics, I guess, is the sponsor. So if you go to cloverusa.com, you can enter into this. The entries close September 30th. And you could win over $2,500 worth of supplies.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would jump over there. You don't have to make anything. You just have to put in your email and stuff, I guess. So.
I wanted to say to Linda Jean, who doesn't like Facebook, I believe there's going to be an Instagram hashtag. Check out her video, Katrina Knits. And she said there's more ways because there are people who just don't do Facebook. I think there may even be a Ravelry group. I think, I'm not sure, but I believe there's going to be an Instagram hashtag for the one I just mentioned.
Okay, I'm going to go on to the next one. Crochet A, that is Sandy from the channel Crochet A. She has something going on that is supposed to be like a traveling hook. You can't just join unless you have a channel, but I figured I'd put it in here because it was interesting. If you are a podcast channel and you do put out content, you could email Sandy at Crochet A and get on the list, and you will be mailed this box with furls hook in it. And what you do is you try the hook out, You make something with it. You have like 2 weeks to do it. And then you enter into the journal that she provides. And then everyone that's on the list will be in that journal, and it'll eventually get back to her, I guess. So that's interesting.
That's interesting. Hey, Jamie's hooked. Thanks for coming in. I think this might be your first. Chris, we have 36 people in the room. I think that's like the biggest amount we've ever had. 36. Thank you guys so much. Oh my goodness.
Yep. So one more huge announcement event Hooks Happenings. That's what it is. Hooks Happening. Okay, so TL Yarn Crafts is Tony Lipsy, and she is starting another Cawl. This one is called the Holiday Tea Cawl 2020, and that T means Tunisian. Okay, so October 15th. Now, there's several ways that you can do it. You can just go on Line Brand's website and buy a kit, and you're all set. They said there's a little delay, but they should have most of the yarns uploaded than this new stock. And they're suggesting you do it in the pound, the Line Brand pounder, whatever. But what it is it's squares, and each week Tony will be putting out like 4 squares for 6 weeks, I believe, is what I was told. And so basically you can go on her blog each week and get the free square, or you could just purchase the PDF, or you could just purchase the kit. But you don't have to. You can go on her blog, you can see what the dimensions are and how much yarn you need, and you can use your stash and just do it from week to week with her. And she will be putting all of these stitches in for Tunisian squares on her blog and how to do it. So that is very interesting coming up.
Yes, I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at her blog. I'm trying to find a decent picture that I could show here, so you could see it.
And you know, I had this idea because, whoops, it's split. Anyway, I had this idea of doing Tunisian in squares, so I had started a square, and I put it in a project bag, and I didn't get back to it yet because I've been so busy. But that is, yes, that's the blanket. They have started already. I don't know if they have any squares up or anything, because it said not till October 15th. So it should be starting then. It gives you a chance to decide how you want to do it and what colors you want to use and stuff like that. And if you don't have a Tunisian crochet hook, you probably need to get that. But I think that comes in. So it's that's interesting.
Pretty. This is terrible.
Yeah,
she said
she was going to teach it all. She was actually going to go through and have video tutorials and stuff to go along with it.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure, because it said something about that. But she did a video up yesterday on the announcement of it, and that's what I watched. So if you go to TL Yarn Crafts channel, you can watch that video from yesterday.
That's a little bit better of a picture.
I think they're 12 inches, aren't they?
Big size.
So. Yeah.
Very nice. I might try.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, you know, you could just do 1 square a month and just drag it out. She'll put them up for each week, but you could just do 1 square each month or each week or whatever and drag it out till next year, you know. But it's going to be a big project and very rewarding finishing project for sure.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I like the colors that she chose as well. I think I have 2 Lion Brand 1-pounders, but I also have all that Craft Smart that I just recently purchased. So yeah, well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any questions? We have
Any
plenty of time.
questions? Anybody want to come in and show something? If you missed a segment, you can still come in. We're going to be wrapping up here in a second. And
Yeah, we have 10 minutes. If we can be in the chat for 10 minutes. That's not bad, girl.
Yeah,
We were moving.
got through that one.
We didn't have a lot of people come on the show, but Deb Murray was supposed to come on the show. Yes, she was.
Deb Murray. She came in, but she didn't come on. Hey, Deb, did you get your how's your vintage project coming along? And some people don't even have Caron cakes in their home right now. They got to go buy some.
Well, you know, there's a lot of different Caron cakes now. You've got the cupcakes, you've got the thin cakes, or skinny cakes, I should say, the latte cakes, the anniversary cakes, the cotton cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, they have every cake you can imagine.
Granny D, I think it was D who was saying that. Somebody said the latte cakes makes a really good hat. Was that you, D? Somebody said it makes a really good hat. I haven't tried. I still haven't used mine. I haven't.
I'm sure that would probably, I used something very similar that I can't remember what the name of it is now, but I had they sold it at Walmart. It's very furry and squishy. I can go grab a skein. But I used that for a hat, and it came out very nice, and I thought, wow, this is great. Red Heart. Let me just go grab it. It's going to drive me nuts.
Okay. Yes, Lori Armstrong, we do want to see your recent Caron cake project. So come on before we shut this thing down. Come on. We want to see it. All right, I'm going to bring you on in a minute. I'm just waiting for Chris to come back.
The Red Heart Hooga.
Oh, yes.
It was very, very fluffy and had lots of halo.
Okay.
And I made a hat with that, and that's similar. It is similar to the latte cakes. I think the latte cakes has a little bit bigger of a halo, but you know, yeah,
close enough. Similar.
It can be nice. Use an L. Yeah. Who's coming on?
Lori's coming on, but Linda Jean just said she made a hat, scarf, fingerless glove set with it, and she said it was great. All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry. Okay, you want to see my Caron Cakes project I finished last night?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me start with the thing. So I know it's going into fall, but there we go. It's a crop top tank top.
Nice.
And I got it off of Pro Addict. No, it's Pro Addict, and it's Crochet Summer Vibe tank top. It was free online, and I got feedback now. There we go.
I think you should enter it in the contest, don't you?
The cotton
yeah, Caron Cotton Cakes contest at Michael's website.
And I got it at Michael's, so that's good. I'm looking for the name.
Well, yeah, Caron Cakes are only sold at Michael's.
Okay, Aqua Breeze, and I got it on clearance for $3.97.
Awesome.
And one of these cakes did this top, and then I think I have enough left to do like a matching headband or something. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try socks because I do have another one. So if I don't have enough, I can make her some socks. So yeah, that's my project.
That's pretty. You should definitely enter because man, 500 cakes are at stake, apparently. The grand
Go on and start giving more away. I'd have to.
yeah.
No, not 100. Only 100 cakes. But that's still $1,000 if they were $10 cakes, and they are normal cakes. So yeah, that's $1,000.
Either way, for 500. Either way, I'd have to share with the group because I got like 10 of these the other day, and they're still in the bag on the floor.
Yeah.
So whoever wins, like if one of us wins, we just share. That's all. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on.
Okay.
Oh, we'll see you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Nice.
What a great show today.
Yeah,
Great.
we had a good time with you guys. I think we're about ready to end it out. We appreciate you guys for hanging out with us, and there are plenty other places you could have been, and you chose to be with us. So we want to say thank you for that. And don't forget, I think Little John's Yarn is coming up next live if she's still doing a live. And then Dee Thompson at 3 p.m. Eastern will be on StreamYard doing her live. So go on over and support her. And
one of the girls said that she must have went over to the website. It does say 500 cakes is the prize.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. 500. I do not need 500 cakes of yarn, but it would be so fun to win. And then just share.
You wouldn't be able to bring it to your apartment because you would have nowhere to put it.
I would have to we would have to either have no place to sleep or no place to sit, because that's where it would go. So yeah, no, I won't enter, but I hope one of you guys wins. And if you do, you can send a couple of cakes my way. I got room for a couple of cakes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna call it a day. I hope all of you join us on October 10th for our next one.
You guys are fantastic, and I am going to go ahead and sign off. Kim the Crafty Nomad from the West Coast. We'll see you next time.
And I'm Christy from Crochet Creations on the East Coast. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.